Shouts out Drake. For real, man. Like, I look up to you, bro, and I just really, I'm looking for a jam next weekend, and I know you're having some shit at your crib.
You know me, but I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell. You know me, but I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell.
Yo, what's up guys, it's Gabzzz here and welcome back to another video. Today, we've got the interview with the Grammy haters, Devon and Aiden. Devon manages a few artists, I believe Aiden does as well. Both mostly behind the scenes guys, but we'll be giving you pretty good insight on how the industry works or how to get your start in the industry. So if you don't know that, this video may not be for you, but be sure to subscribe for more interviews because I got plenty coming. And yeah, let's get right into the interview. I'll intro it after. We could just jump right in. So I'm here with Devon and Aiden. What's the podcast? I Hate Grammys?
Grammy haters. Grammy haters.
Yeah, so obviously you two are not necessarily front end guys, as far as I know. I'm not too familiar with what you do, but
Yeah, I'm Aiden. I'm one half of Grammy Haters. I'm also a music blogger, so I own a page on Instagram called Lapis Vision. But aside from that, yeah, I'm not really a front end guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more so in the sidelines, backtrack.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, me, same thing. I'm the other half of Grammy haters now. And honestly, yeah, I've just been in music management, development, a lot of just direct artist connections, you know what I mean? And setting up events now is what I've been like helping out with. So that's been my favorite thing. Do my own first show this year, so it was cool.
Mm-hmm.
You were there.
Yeah,
actually.
that's where we met.
Thank you for pulling
Yes.
up. And yeah, like just a couple things, helping out with first class here and there wherever I can.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, man, like so far that's what I've been on. That's what I've been on.
So
Yeah.
like, how did you guys each get your start in the industry?
Well, for me, I honestly, like, it was Najee. He came to me and was like, yo, man, like, he showed me his music, and I was like, whoa, why aren't you dropping music? You know what I mean? Like, this is so weird. Like, you have nice music and you're not dropping it? And he was like, oh, like, I guess I could, but I'm scared. And you know, like, the regular artist things that people would say when they first start. And then I kind of pushed it and forced it, and then I started learning about the stuff, and then I got more and more into it. Like, I was like, whoa, this is like really like interesting. I could really do this. Like, it's not hard to, you know, sit here, develop an artist and grow and then make all these connections. And honestly, like, in the blink of an eye, everything just started happening, and like everything's just been really great since. I'm not saying we're huge in them, but like it's just like everything has been looking really good, and like I enjoy it.
Yeah.
For real. Ever since then, it's been on it. But yeah.
And for me, so I got GarageBand like when I was like fucking, I don't know, 10 years old, and I was fucking around with it for a long time. I sucked, but it was fun. I started hanging out with this guy named Jaytwan, actually, who's from my hometown, or from our city. And he was one of the first people I knew that was making music, because he was making it back in 7th grade, about right. So I started kind of exposing myself to the actual hip-hop scene. Then I started hanging around with Dom more, my boy FaZe. And eventually I got really into the production aspect of it. And then I got really into the marketing aspect of it. So I was doing marketing for Traco Studio down in the city. And I figured, you know, it's a lot easier to become a blogger than it is to become a producer. So I became a blogger. and yeah, that's kind of how I got my start. And all roses from there, I guess.
Yeah, and I mean, for each of your respectively, what you guys do is you guys both have to stay tapped in. How do you guys do that?
I gotta think for a second.
Honestly, one thing I've learned is not to be scared to talk. You know what I mean? To go and talk and approach people and be the first person to message, be like, hey, like, I know what you do. I would love to work with you. This is what I do. How do you feel about that? Exactly. And honestly, 90% of the time, like, most people are always down. You know what I mean? If you show that you're hungry, everyone's down to work. You know what I mean? Like, so ever since then, like, ever since I learned like that aspect of like being in music, it's just been consistent like growth. Just talk to people I can, show my face where I can, keep going. Like, that's kind of how I stay tapped in personally. Just like consistently talking to people.
Yeah, there's low-key like no room for pride in the music industry. So yeah, because the thing is, I agree. with Devon, right? You got to stay social. You got to stay active with your connections, right? Because you can have the connections, but then you can kind of like fuck off for 2 years, right? And then you come back and like, oh, yo, what's up? Where you been?
Yeah.
But it's not the same. You feel me? So you really, really, really just need to stay as active as possible and as consistent as possible, right? It's a really fast-moving game, and it's really easy to get left behind. So aside from that, though, staying tapped in, you gotta listen to. You gotta really appreciate the culture, right? Like you gotta dive into the more underground sounds. The lesser known artists, the ones that are pushing the genre forwards, things of that nature. And when you can differentiate the good from the bad, in a sense, then you're on the right track. If that makes sense. You feel me?
Yeah.
Another thing I'd say too is like the people you want to be tapped in with provide value. You know what I mean? Provide some sort of value of some sort most of the time. Like, because obviously if you're not providing anything, like, it's always just like you just want a one-way streak out of someone. It won't really work for you. You know what I mean? Like to get you connected and like get you in there. Well, that's one thing I've learned is like, yo, provide value where you can. Start working where you can. Like, yo, if I can do this for you, you know what I mean? Like, can we work on this later? Like, honestly, it's happened so many times where it's worked out like that, and it's been great, especially with producers. I'm not gonna lie, because they do a lot. But other than that, like, yeah, like just provide value, man. Yeah.
And do you guys like go searching for talent? Because I know you were like one of the first people that I realized like actually like followed me, because I actually went back afterwards through our DMs, and we had DM'd like a year ago, and I had no clue because it was just
Yeah.
But like, how do you find talent?
Me, honestly, I am always on my phone. Like I'm literally always on my phone. I work at Rogers too. Like I'm assistant manager, so like I'm literally consistently just on my phone. Like so when I'm chilling, like I'm sitting down, I'm on SoundCloud. You know what I mean? Just randomly playing tracks. Putting my phone in my ear, just like, all right, or someone I'll see, like for example, like your content I was catching on TikTok, and I remember like at the time, like one track wasn't as big, and we were like I've always been friends with Josh, and like I'm like, yo, this guy's content's like actually really good. I remember hitting you up like, yo, like your content's really good. So like it's just like whenever I see something I like it, even though it's like just minor, like I'm always ready to like just be like, hey, like you definitely like. That's how I connect, you know what I mean? Like just straight like that, just go and reach out, because why not? You never know what's gonna come out of it later. Here we are.
All right. And so you also have this thing, Music's Most Wanted. What is it? Who's in it? What do you plan on doing with it next?
So right now, honestly, I'd say we're a collective, just of artists, producers, and a couple graphic designers as well. We all just try to put our heads together, do work. I have like a website designer, honestly, technically with us too. But yeah, like right now, I'd say as artist wise, it's obviously Chill Najee. We started it together actually. The name is his idea. Drago and Apostoli. Those are the three artists with me right now that I work with. I work with another producer. His name is Don Uvente. He's starting to do his thing right now, trying to get out there. Basar as one of our graphic designers. Simon, another graphic designer who also helped make our website, make all the back end stuff. Really great guy. I love Simon. I have to put that out there. And I think there's a couple more people I'm missing, but honestly, yeah, it's a bunch of different people who do different things, and honestly, we just like work together to develop. So like everything, the group chat texts me right now. You know what I mean? Like we just sit and we just develop things as much as we can, push ourselves forward. Everyone does different things. You know what I mean? But like we all have one goal, and then at the end of the day, we want to be, where we want to be. And so I think just working together is a better option than just sitting down and trying to figure out yourself, And that's kind of how it started.
Yeah. And like I assume everyone just shares ideas and everything.
Exactly. Yeah.
That works.
Anything you find that works for someone, like, hey, I saw this for this person, you could do that, and it just keeps working.
And who's one person each that like has reached out that's really surprised you?
That's an interesting question. That's reached out that surprised me. Holy, this is like really random, but I think it was last year, like after we came back from LA. This is gonna be the most random name, and you're gonna think, what the fuck? Fatboy SSE saw one of Najee's music videos, like posted somewhere, and DM'd him. Was like, bro, like, you're fucking hard, you know what I mean? And we're like, whoa, what the fuck? Like, this is the most random name. You wouldn't think. I don't know. I haven't heard the name in years. Like at the time, like it was like what? Like, you know, that was the most random one. And then also another comedian, what's his name? DC Young Fly.
Oh, okay.
He also hit Najee up, and I was like, whoa, that's the coolest thing. Like wow, like our work is getting in weird places, you know what I mean? Those are two names like that honestly threw me completely off. Anyone else was like not expected, but like you're in music, you know, this makes sense for you. But the other two, those two for sure, blew my mind.
For me, it was this is New York artist I used to listen to a fuck ton called Radamiz, and he randomly reached out to me, and I DM'd him like 2016. I don't know why. It's like somebody DMing LeBron, right? Like, yo, good game out there, bro. Nah, I DM'd him like 2016, and he reached out to me about Lapis Division, like my blog, and he's like, yo, this is dope, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, that's crazy. Just because it, like, for me at least personally, it was like, oh, this is somebody I used to listen to, right? Like, it's not, you know, fucking Sheck West DMing me, but but still, it's dope. Yeah. So that was a really unexpected turn of events for me.
Just someone you looked up to.
Yeah, exactly.
And what's your next big move for each of you?
Grammy haters.
Yeah, man, that's the story for right now. 100%. So, I mean, I don't have nothing crazy I'd say going on. Where of course, like our podcast is what we just recently started. Started shooting all our content, but now we just gotta start shipping it out. But yeah, we're getting our editing on the way right now, so that's taking a little minute, but don't worry, it's coming. Otherwise, I started to work with this company. They're not a company. What's it called? The word is coming to me in the wrong language. It's like an Instagram page. What would you call it? Like a
video.
I'm working with so my friend Jer Shachu, he's a videographer. He's working with this content page called the Hip Hop Guru, if you ever heard of it. And they just started like doing some stuff. They're like 112K, doing a little 1-2, and they're trying to branch out more into like more direct in-person content. And we just happened to come across Alex, and we started talking to him, and he's like, yeah, man, like I want to get a host on TikTok. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, I'm there. You know what I mean? I'm totally doing that. And yeah, he wants to like just start shipping me out at shows, and then we just do a whole bunch of content outside of it. You know what I mean? Talk to the people outside. You know what I mean? Like one of those, like, hey, what's going on the line? You know what I mean? One of those, like. So that's one thing I'm doing next. Otherwise, of course, just been doing some stuff. We're doing some other things with First Class. We're trying to start working with producers and stuff like that. So that's another thing. Like we'll figure it out when it comes, but like slowly that's been coming up. Other than that, I'm trying to plan the Toronto show that's happening next year, but I can't talk too much. Other than that. Yeah, man. Oh, and my artists as well are all dropping tapes. You know what I mean? Stoli dropped a mini tape, and he's going to drop another actual tape next year through distribution, which is going to be really great. Got a little deal, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, got a little and then Najee as well is also dropping a tape. We're hoping. Right now, we've just been shopping it around, so don't worry about it. But, you know, we're just doing some stuff. We're trying to figure out some stuff. And my other artist Jago as well, like literally everyone's like gearing up to get some tapes out, and that's my next move, obviously, like as being the back end guy. Getting them all out and like starting to get pushing, so I'm super excited for all the music. So you already know.
What's next for you?
What's next for me? Shit. I don't know. Nah. Grammy haters for sure. Like I'm really excited to get the first episode out. We're really getting the groundwork laid for this. Lapis Division is on hiatus. I just told my audience that it was on hiatus, but it actually has been for like 6 months, and the only comment I got was, yo, we figured. So Lapis Division's on hiatus. I'm just not making any money on it. So it is what it is. But aside from that, for me, I'm just working with my artists as well, like FaZe, J Twan, things of that nature. But yeah, nothing crazy planned until we get Grammy haters out. That's my main priority at the moment. And like script writing and shit for random IG pages.
All right, and just shout out your socials because that way it's easier.
Yo, follow me on IG at AidenXRR, and also follow at the Grammy haters and at Lapis Division.
Yeah, man, you can always find me. Search up Peep the Kicks on any platform. All of my socials will come up. Also, Music Most Wanted, 100%, you know, tap in with any, you know, new music. If you want to go in and check on my man's out. And of course, the Grammy haters on Instagram. You know what I mean? That's us. So if you ever want to check out a podcast, music podcast with a bunch of wild stuff going on, it's gonna be fun. Don't worry. You know, we were just with costumes at one episode, so it's gonna be fun. Like, you know, we have some fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, 100%, man.
Well, yeah, thank you guys for your time. It was awesome, and yeah, I appreciate it, and can't wait to see what you guys do next.
Wait, I have
Oh.
questions. I have questions.
Uh-oh.
We can continue there.
Okay.
See, because now my guru hit. All right, what do y'all think's more dangerous? A man with an artist with an anime profile picture, or an artist with no profile picture on IG?
I feel like both of those are getting the streams.
Nah, anime profile pictures get bare streams.
Yeah.
Unless it's like one of those guys that their whole aesthetic is like anime. You know what I mean? Like the music,
Oh, like hardcore shit. Yeah.
and then everything kind of goes with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no profile picture. I'm not gonna lie. Like Summers has no profile picture right now.
Summers, I love you. Yo, what the hell happened? I blacked out.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Shouts out to the gang. Whoever sees this, I love you all. Everyone, MMW.
Yo, shouts out. Wait, I need to shout out. Shouts out Drake. For real, man. Like, I look up to you, bro, and I just really, I'm looking for a jam next weekend, and I know you're having some shit at your crib.
Yo, other than, you know, like hip hop talk, this is the podcast.
Yeah.
This is a Grammy haters.
Perfect sample.